Hello, my name is therealnintendobrony on YouTube. On DeviantArt, I'm known as Nintendobrony, and on FIMfiction.net, I'm known as Jet Braveheart. Today, I'm here to do a dramatic reading of my book I'm writing called My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic: The Jet Chronicles. It's my own personal fanfiction that I kind of relate to myself in it, and I'm going to read the introduction and the first chapter, which is the only things I've published. And I'll get writing to that soon, so don't worry about it. Alright, here I go. Introduction. Dreams. We all have dreams. Either to become famous or to be rich. This boy, however, has a different dream. His dream is to lend a hand, show people kindness, and fight for what's right in the universe. Even though he has never experienced these traits from other people, he knows these traits and how they feel. Jet, age 15 and a half, is a very kind boy. He always wore his black jeans, his red and black Adidas, and that black vest with the two V-shaped red and white stripes that go from shoulder to shoulder across his chest. At 6 feet tall, he stands alone, looking out the windshield of his space pod into the beautiful, endless space around him. "Computer, what day is it today?" Jet asked. "It is June 18th, 2098. "Thank you, computer." The computer made a high-pitched beep, signaling it understood Jet's goodbye. Jet kept staring into the beauty of space, the stars, the blackness, the nothingness. Nothing. That's what he was back on Earth. Nobody thought he could accomplish anything, but he was ready to prove everyone wrong. Jet walked to the corner of the control deck, picked up his guitar, sat down in front of the windshield, and started playing a tune only a few may recognize. "It's a god-awful small affair to the girl with the mousy hair. But her mommy is yelling no, and her daddy has told her to go." Just then, Jet noticed a comet passing by his windshield. It was very shiny, and it gave off a sky blue light. Jet smiled, then continued playing. Suddenly, another comet passed by, giving off a green light. Jet was a bit startled by this sight. Two more comets passed by, both giving off a purple light. Jet put back his guitar on a stand, strapping himself in the control deck's main seat. "No, it can't be," Jet said. "A meteor shower? Strange. Well, I better get out of the way before—" Crash! The comet hit the right engine, bouncing off. It left a rainbow trail. Jet tried to comprehend what he just saw. "What the— No way!" he said, rubbing his eyes to make sure he wasn't seeing things. "What was that? A piece of crystal?" His voice was soon drowned out by the blaring of an alarm. "Warning, engine 002 has shut down," the computer blared. "Damn it! If I can barely steer this baby," Jet said, struggling with the controls. "Computer, are there any planets nearby?" "There is a planet 2,973 miles to your right. The air seems breathable and there is fresh water, sir." "Alrighty, computer, activate the shields." Jet squeezed his hands around the steering wheel. "I'm going to land this puppy." Jet turned the space pod to his right. The planet looked exactly like his planet, Earth. He went into full throttle, towards the foreign planet. It was either do or die at this point. "Here I come!" Chapter 1. It was a beautiful, warm summer night in Ponyville. Everywhere you could hear the crickets chirping, the fireflies giving off their glamorous and natural light. Tonight was no ordinary night. Tonight there was a scheduled meteor shower to happen around 10 p.m. Twilight Sparkle gathered up her friends, Applejack, Pinkie Pie, Rarity, Fluttershy, Rainbow Dash, and Spike, at her house to see the meteor shower in her brand new telescope. All of them sat on the roof of her tree-like house, eating snacks and waiting patiently for the shower. "Oh boy, I can't wait much longer!" Twilight exclaimed. "Rarity, what time is it?" Rarity pulled out a clock from the branches of the tree. "It's exactly 9:59 p.m., dear." "Fantastic!" Twilight said, grinning from ear to ear. Twilight, what's so special about this shower thing?" Applejack asked. "Well," Twilight explained, "once every 100 years, a special comet passes by called Spectra. This comet is known to produce the original colors of the rainbow. When it passes by, it leaves us with the beautiful rainbow trail, and a piece of this comet breaks off and lands in a clearing in the everfree forest. This shard is enough to produce rainbows for the next 100 years. Every pony sat in awe. "Wow, that sure is amazing," Applejack replied. "Oh, look!" Pinkie said, pointing towards the sky. "It's starting!" The sky was filled with a melody of colors. Streaks of red and blue everywhere, hints of purple and a dash of green here and there. Everybody looked into the sky, taking turns using Twilight's telescope. Twilight noticed something shining through her telescope. It was Spectra, the moment they've all been waiting for. "Hey look, Spectra's about to land," Twilight said, looking through the telescope. The whole gang looked up into the sky, seeing a beautiful rainbow, and a piece of the Spectra heading towards the clearing. "Wow!" everyone exclaimed. The beauty of the rainbow left them in awe, but just then something blew a hole in the rainbow. It was spherical, huge, and very silvery. It was heading for the exact same clearing the Spectra shard landed in. The only one to notice was Spike. You guys, look!" Spike screamed, pointing to the mysterious object. "Oh my goodness!" Twilight said. "We need to act fast in order to save the Spectra." Twilight's horn started to glow. "I'll teleport us to the clearing." With a flash, there was nobody on the rooftop. Twilight and her friends were standing right in front of the shard. It was peaceful, and the animal seemed to be at rest. Twilight looked up, noticing the strange object was approaching fast. She had to be quick on her hooves. "All right, Rainbow Dash, get the Spectra out to the Rainbow Factory with Fluttershy." "I'm on it," Rainbow Dash said. "Come on, Fluttershy, we have a job to do." Okay," Fluttershy replied, grabbing one side of the shard. The two Pegasi lifted it off the ground, flying towards Cloudsdale. Twilight looked up at the object once again. "Everyone else, run!" It was chaotic. 4 ponies and a baby dragon running for their lives. Soon they hid. Then the object came at incredible speed. Crash! The object from the sky landed smack dab where the Spectra landed. Twilight peeked her head out from behind a bush. "Applejack? Pinkie Pie? Rarity? Spike? Are you all okay?" she asked, looking around. Everyone stumbled out from their hiding spots, slightly dazed from the crash. They're all okay, though. All of them looked at the strange object. Does anyone want to be the first to inspect it?" Twilight asked. "Be my guest," Spike said, slightly backing off. "I'll go," Pinkie said, bouncing her way toward the spherical mystery. "Be careful now, Pinkie," Applejack said, a tad bit nervous. Pinkie approached the object, holding her hoof out to it. Knock, knock, knock. No reply. Knock, knock, knock. Still no reply. "Well, looks like no one's home," Pinkie said, turning away. To her surprise, a noise, like a mechanical door opening, was coming from the object. They all now knew what this object was. It wasn't a comet, but a space pod. Pinkie turned around, and noticing an opening, a tall creature with black hair, dark brown eyes, and 2 arms and legs crawled out of the doorway. It looked hurt. Twilight and her friends joined Pinkie to see this strange creature. "Am I dead?" the creature asked. By the deepness of his voice, the gang could tell that the creature was a boy, and he was in his teens. "Well, if you're looking right now, then you are alive after that massive crash," Twilight said. "You're very lucky to still be breathing after that crazy incident." The creature looked up to see who was talking. He was surrounded by 4 ponies and a small dragon. Saying this, he sprang to his feet, shocked, backing away a bit. "Gah!" the creature screamed. "Talking horses!" "Excuse me," Rarity said in disgust. "We are ponies, not horses." The creature settled down a bit. "Well, that explains everything," he said in a sarcastic tone. "Now, just who are you ponies?" He seemed less tense than before. Twilight stepped closer. "Well, to start off, I'm Twilight Sparkle. That's Spike, Pinkie Pie, Rarity, and Applejack." Rainbow Dash and Fluttershy arrived at the scene. "Oh, and that's Rainbow Dash and Fluttershy." They all waved hi to him. Pinkie ran up to the creature and gave him a big hug. "Nice to meet ya," she said. Her mane smelled of cotton candy. The creature did not know what to do. He just blushed. Pinkie then joined her group of friends. "So, who are you?" Rainbow Dash asked. "And what the heck are you?" The creature brushed himself of the dust and the pieces of metal off of his vest. "My name's Jet Braveheart, and I am a human from the planet Earth, from the solar system. I came here due to space exploration gone wrong. You see," he was cut off. "Wait, a real human?" Twilight asked. Yes. Does that surprise you?" Jet asked. Twilight's jaw nearly dropped to the ground. "Oh my gosh!" she exclaimed. "A real human? I can't believe it. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt your story." Twilight looked at him with a gaze of amazement. "Carry on." "That's okay," Jet said. "When I was in space, some sort of rainbow comet hit the right engine of my space pod. So, I had to take an emergency landing on the closest planet nearby, and that's how I got here. Sorry if I bothered or startled any of you." "That's okay," Twilight said. "Oh, I think I have an explanation for that rainbow comet." Twilight described the whole story of Spectra to Jet and how it's used to make rainbows. "Wow, that's amazing," Jet said. I know, right? Twilight replied. By the way, how old are you, Jet? I'm 15 years old. My, they do age fast on your Earth. My Earth? Oh, my bad. We also call our planet Earth here too, Twilight said. Fascinating, Jet said. He scanned the area. So, where am I? Well, Applejack said, we're in the Everfree Forest right now. Outside is Ponyville, and we live in the land of Equestria. Sounds nice, Jet said. He looked down, noticing he had a huge gash in his left inner elbow. It was bleeding at a rapid pace, making Jet feel lightheaded. Quick question, is there a hospital around? There's one straight out of the forest and then in the east side of town, Pinky said. Why do you ask? Jet showed them the gash. They all gasped in horror. I don't feel too... Jet collapsed knees first to the ground, then the rest of his body followed. Everyone was shocked by the sight. Rainbow Dash and Fluttershy picked up Jet by the arms and legs. Quickly, everyone! Twilight exclaimed. We have to rush him to the ER! But it's too far, Spike said. We won't make it. The closest place is Fluttershy's cottage. Fluttershy, do you have bandages or medicine? Twilight asked. Well, yes. In fact, I have both. Fluttershy replied. Okay then. Twilight turned to face everyone, and then turned towards the path out the forest. Alright, gang, let's move. Well, that wasn't so bad for a recording. I will improve on the voices later. It's late at night, my throat's kind of sore, so... yeah, and I will be writing more of this book. It's My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, the Jet Chronicles. Please, if you can, read it on FIMfiction.net. I will leave a link in the description. And I just want to wish you all a good night, and if you want more of these random crap, and I'm going to be making music soon too, so yeah, subscribe. Thank you all.